Hello, good sirs, and hello to all the hombres out there. Hello, all the hombres. I don't know what hello is in Hispanic language. It's like uh, sayonara or something. But sayonara to all the hombres for Blumph. Well, it's very interesting. As you guys know, I'm the Smector's #1 political analysis. I was correct that Donald Grumpf the election and the polls were off by 1 or 2%. I was correct that Tyson was going to win fight. I was going to lose the fight to Jake Paul, and I was also correct about Dragon Ball Super and Daima being non-canon, along with being correct about Ryan Roger Affe. Everyone tried to doubt me. Everyone said I was wrong. I was right again. So, because I'm the top political analyst in the entire sector, I seem to be right 100% of the time. Let's look at let's look at the interesting trend. Why the hombres voted for Blumph. What reason? Cool Tactic says, "What in the heck?" Hello, Cool Tactic. Jowdy Jowdo Frickia says nobody cares. Well, you're here anyway, so who's the real frick around here, good sir? Is the real frick, buddy? Afe's on welfare, baby, of 45 years. Oh, he's making big bucks on YouTube now, so what do you think about that? But anyways, those that don't know, Ghost disavowed. Well, it turned out Ghost was wrong, mate. Ghost was wrong about Afe. Ghost already retracted his disavow, buddy. It's true. Afe was right. But for those that don't know, according to the CNN exit poll, Latino men, aka the hombres of America, all voted for Blumph. Mexicans and hombres did their siestas for Blumph. And they did, what else do Hispanic people? I don't know. Ate their burritos for Trump. That's just a fact. But is the reason behind this? What could have caused this? What caused this indeed? Gotta have a look at the data. So, according to the CNN exit poll, Latino men voted for Trump 45%, for Trump 43% for Harris. That is a pretty big swing, buddy. That's like a what? 12% 12% margin? Not gonna lie, it's pretty big. 2020 in the CNN exit poll, it's basically flipped. Last time, Hombros voted for Sleepy Joe, 59% to 6. So what causes a 20% flip? It's crazy. It's pretty much unheard of in politics. White men and white women basically voted for Trump the exact same margin as they did last time. But for some reason, all the hombres flipped for Blumph. Must find out the reason. What could it be? So, we look at the data, buddy. What FA was old looking 25? It is 25, I think. 25 or something like that. So, look at the data. We go to the states where there's more Hispanics. If we go to this map here, it has states per Hispanic percentage of the population. We've got data here. So you got Hispanics living in this little tip of Mexico here, like lower Florida, this area in California, Mexico, and all that sort of stuff. Like all this sort of area here really makes you think. Then when you look at the presidential data, all the places where the Hispanics live, look at this, 20% flip to Blumph, percentage points gained for Blumph, 20%, 19%, another 19%, 15%, 19%, 13%, 17%, 14%. Frickin' massive, dude. It's frickin' massive. 17%. FA clearly is incredibly high tea. It says greatest ally is real. It's true. So all the Hispanic areas did indeed. Look at this one, 28% flip to Blumph. What could it? What could it mean? So these percentages are pretty frickin' big, dude. Not gonna lie. I could it. Why is it? When you look at the Wikipedia data, look at education. Turns out, wait, where was this thing? I was higher education. Higher education, the Hispanics is sort of low, 25%, 16%, 15%. Then data here, when it goes by education, people with no college degree also flip bump. What's up with that? So there's a correlation there. In general, Hispanic people in America tend to have less education degrees, higher education degrees. At the same time, people with no college degrees also swung towards Trump. What's up with that? What's up with that indeed? Really makes you think. And when you go by income, Hispanics tend to be in about the 50,000 range here. So if we go back to the Wikipedia page and look at economic outlook, the economic outlook for Mexicans in America is $40,000. For Peruvians, it's 47. Argentinians, 60,000. They're sort of doing the best, along with people from actually Spain. But in general, Hispanic people tend to be in the 50 to 40,000 range when it comes to income. All the retards voted for Blumph. Well, turns out getting a degree, idiot studies at Frick University means you're a bloody bastard that voted for Harris and you lost. So who's the real loser here? So when you look at education, when you look at income, income for Hispanic Americans is actually lower. It's actually lower than the medium income, which I think is about 70,000 if I remember at the top of my head. So they're about a standard deviation lower. Well, if you look back at the exit polls, people with lower incomes voted for Blumph. Nobody cares, smartass. We're all here for you to drink 15 beers and talk about the Holocaust. But that's not what today's stream's about, buddy. It's about Blumph and the Hombres for Blumph. We're doing an in-depth breakdown that the mainstream media doesn't want you to see, buddy. No one's talking about it except for me. So what do you think about that? So it turns out people within the sort of range of income that voted, the voting average for that income bracket that most Hispanic people seem to fall into also voted for Trump. So it looks like increasingly, especially for Hispanic men, less so for Hispanic women. Hispanic women actually did slightly, yeah, they did slightly swing towards Trump, but not by anywhere the large margin that Latino men did. So, in general, there is a Hispanic swing towards Trump, both men and women, and that's because they seem to be, yeah, more working class, sort of in the lower income bracket, so they're doing more more of, the hard labor, working in factories, working in construction, that sort of thing. And it seems like those are the sort of people, when you think about it, would be more affected by the economic issues like inflation, which I think if you look up inflation, yeah. So if you look at this, people that have suffered hardship, moderate or severe hardship due to inflation, swung massively towards Trump, and more working class, lower income people tend to be in this range, which includes a lot of Hispanic people. So it turns out Democrats crying about like gender identity and abortion and like racism didn't really matter when working class people, including like especially a large percentage of Hispanic men, uh, can't like afford to pay their bills. So it turns out crying about like gays and abortion when a whole massive section of the population. Look at this. 80% of the population nearly has at least faced some hardship caused by inflation, by the Biden's America's inflation. It turns out crying about racism and abortion and homos isn't really a good idea when most people can't afford to pay their bills. It's really, really crazy, dude. Who would have thought about that? And if we look at, I think if we go immigration, so if people think that they should be deported, most of them voted Blumph. Again, it tends to be the more working class people that would support mass deportations because they are the ones that have to contend with illegal immigrants within the labor pool and with in competition for housing and that sort of thing. So it turns out all working class people wanted to vote for Blumph, not Harris, because Harris's ideas were sort of stupid, didn't resonate with the voters. You aren't even American, lol. Well, I might not be American, but I predicted the election better than 90% of the American people. That's because I'm an expert political analyst. So what about that, buddy? About that. But seeing those poors voted for tariffs. Well, he's also lowering the. Turns out Grumpf was also lowering the income tax and the sales tax, just like I said. I predicted this. Tree4 predicted this. I said, oh, it'll increase tariffs, but decrease income and sales tax. Again, Tree4 was right because I'm an economic and political genius, it turns out. Who would have thought? Prove it. Just watch my previous streams and you'll figure it out. So there you go. It is what it is. If we go to name 10 analysts, well, we got that retarded guy that always goes on about his keys. That guy said Kamala was going to win. The guy that talked about his stupid keys. You had all those people on like CNN, like Don Lemon saying Trump was going to lose. You had, what is it, Nate Silver ended up like saying Kamala had a slightly better chance of winning. So it turned out they were all wrong. Name 10 streams. Look at my stream before the election and you'll figure it out, dude. You'll figure it out. Name 10 Kamalas. Well, there's only one of those as far as I'm aware. Forge Gang 1! Truth revealed! The Hombres voted for Trump! So what do you think about that? Also, I thought this was sort of funny. Oh, Trump's views to its stream. And out of the people that said yes, 12 of them voted for Trump anyway. So there's these people that think Trump's views are to its stream and then voted for him anyway, which is sort of funny. You're on a U-Haul being smuggled. Oh, seems like the Mexican human traffickers are going to get deported. 3-4 separations from Trump. What are you talking about? What am I 3-4? Am I 34 degrees of separation away from Trump? It's true. There you go. It turns out Mexicans voted for Trump because they didn't care about Kamala's social justice policies. They cared more about inflation, cared more about tariffs and their jobs going overseas. It is what it is. I'm 3-4 Sargon's way of Donald Trump. There you go. Not exactly sure what you mean by that, but it's true. Oh yeah, you can look. You can filter the demographics by Hispanics anyway. There you go. Look, this is the look. I just figured out you could do this. Filter results by demographic. Truth reveal. There you go. All right, let's look at this. I haven't even looked at this yet. Look, all the Southern Hispanics voted for Trump anyway, and that's where most of them live. Cool tactic one. You came to the US and illegally voted for Trump. It's true, I did. I voted for Trump 100 times in non-voter ID states. And there's the proof. All the Southern Hispanics that are living in Florida, living in Texas, living in Arizona, all voted Trump. It turned out all the northern Hispanics and east Hispanics that are living in California, well, not all of them, but a fair amount of them ended up voting Allah. So what do you think about that? The southern Hispanics that would be more negative affected by things like illegal immigration, illegal border crossings, because these illegal drug dealing Hispanics coming over the border, cross the border and into their communities, and fill it up with drugs and crime, and compete with local workers. There you go. Truth revealed. Southern Hispanics voted for Trump, and the Hombres voted for Senator Senior El Drumpo. And look, even rural Hispanics also voted for Trump as well. So there you go. And yeah, here we go. This is just the proof is in the pudding. Look at this. 70%. 70% of Hispanics think the economy's in a poor state. So of course they're going to lean more towards Trump, dude. It makes sense, dude. It makes sense. There you go. The truth is revealed. We call all of them Mexicans. Well, fair enough. Well, the title is Mexicans and Hispanics. Look, doesn't even matter for income, dude. Turns out, regardless of income, Hispanics voted for Trump. How about that, buddy? Doesn't even matter what income bracket they're in, but the poorer, the ones with the lower incomes, did lean towards Trump. Go. Lower income Hispanics leaned more towards Trump. Truth revealed. County's a surfer enthusiast lost. Kamala lost. It's tough. She lost the electoral college, lost all the swing states, lost the popular vote. It is what it is. Look at that. Married Hispanic men, 60% towards Trump. What the hell? Hey, look at that. The hombres with the families to raise. With this, what are Hispanics called? Kids? I don't know. They call them something. The hombres with the families to raise flip towards Trump massively. What do you think about that? Stop calling them Hispanics, not based. Well, I'm calling them hombres. So what do you think about that, buddy? The Mexican hombres with the kiddies, with all the kids, with the next generation of the little hombres voted for Trump. It's real. She gags on your half-incher. What the heck, Chauncey? Oh no. Chauncey, no! What the hell? Why would you say that, you bloody bastard? Oh no. Yeah, would you look at that? Oh, well, also, look at this. This is sort of interesting. The Mexicans with the low incomes flip towards Trump, 55% to 45. But then also the rich Mexicans. So the Mexicans living at large, having the extra, I don't know, what do the Mexicans call their like thing where they all have like barbecues and eat burritos and stuff? I don't know, whatever they call those. All the rich ones having their siesta. Yeah, that's what it's called, siesta. Having their siestas all day because they've made it. They're successful businessmen, successful Mexican businessmen also voted towards Trump, along with the rural, lower income, working class people. It's only the middle income, middle class Hispanics that voted Kamala. Really makes you think. Really makes you think, buddy. It's true. 3-4-3-4 political careers booming. Predicted Trump winning. Call it illegal. I don't think illegal immigrants can vote. I think that's sort of like the flaw in the plan there. I guess maybe if they're in California they can. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's actually why. When we go back to it was the region. So by region, Because most of the southern states, like Florida and Texas, have voter ID laws. So the Hispanics there can't be illegal immigrants. While in the East and the West, California, New York, all those places, they don't have voter ID laws. So all the illegal immigrants voted. So that's why it's more weighted towards Harris. So there you go. The whole reason why, because in all the other areas, they didn't have voter ID. Truth reveal. It's real. All right, where are we? What else can we look at? Support for Israel. There we go. Mexicans that don't think there's enough support for Israel voted Trump. Truth revealed. All right, where's some more stuff? Where's some more data? Okay, that's just sort of funny. Yeah, 37% of the population, Hispanic population, was scared if Trump got elected. And 3% of them voted Trump anyway. So you've got these people that were scared if Trump got elected, but then voted for Trump. I wonder who these people are. I wonder what would happen if you ever got into their mindset. Good hombres, mate. You got the bad hombres. Lot of bad hombres. We also got the good ones. Got the best hombres in America. So there you go. 3% of the people that were scared if Trump got elected voted for Trump anyway, or at least the Hispanic ones. So then if we go down even more, we look at, yeah, here we go. So I sharpen your screwdrivers. Didn't vote because I'm no chump. Mate, I thought you voted 100 times in California because there was no voter ID laws. But there, when you look at education, was indeed Hispanic people that had less college education than Trump. There you go. Did you look at that? 11% of the Hispanic people that voted Biden last election ended up flipping to Trump. Wow. Just wow. Look at those hombres, buddy. The proof is real. 11% of the hombres that voted Biden were like, no more Sleepy Jose, no more Sleepy Joe. Jose, Sleepy Jose, you're done. Voting for El Trumpo. There you go. Turns out when you add the approval and disapproval together, 50% of Mexican voters also disapproved of Joe Biden. Proof reveal. Brady sub Mexicans. What the hell? Why did they vote for him? Oh, well, we're talking about that. Talked about that earlier, dude. Where's some other stuff? Where's some economic data? I think it might have been back up the page. Trump's views to extreme. There we go again. 32% of people, 52% of people said Trump's views are too extreme. Then 19% of them just voted for them anyway. Spread the word. Bells of Nevermore's writing another Trump book. Well, I ain't gonna be reading it. Stupid. Yeah, here we go. Most important issues. So, this is the most important issues, according to Mexican Hispanic voters. 40%! Unsurprisingly, 40% of Mexican voters, Hispanic Mexican voters, said that the economy was their most important issue. And from there, 76 of them voted Trump. Whoa, buddy. So there you go. Mexican Hispanics believed in Trump's vision to fix the economy. What do you think about that, buddy? What do you think about that? Truth reveal. Third for spread the word. Idiot. With Simon. What are you talking about, Chauncey? Well, there you go. I think we've said all that needs to be said, dude. All that needs to be said. Oh, here we go. Actually, let's look at this. So, when we break down the age groups of Mexican Hispanic voters, 12% of so young men, the young hombres, the up and coming hombres. 58 of the young hombres voted Trump. Whoa, buddy. Get to the middle-aged hombres. 54 voted Trump. They voted for El Trumpo. And then you get to the Gen X hombres. 57 voted El Grumpo of the middle-aged hombres. Then we get to the boomer hombres. This is the only, it turns out the older boomer, the hombre boomers. This is the only male, Hispanic male demographic that favored Harris. The boomer hombres actually favored Harris, 51% to 48. Really makes you think. So you got the young, up-and-coming hombres voted Dumpf, voted for El Grumpfo Presidente, while the boomer hombres voted Kamala. What the heck? Voted for Senorita Kamala. There you go. Truth revealed. Well, that's it for this stream. Just thought I'd give my expert political analysis. I was right about Trump, right about Tyson, right about Ryan Roger Affe, right about the Dragon Ball canon, right about Lord of the Rings canon, and now we know why the hombres voted for El Presidente Trumpo. The young hombres are going to be laboring to build the wall to keep the bad hombres out. The good hombres bolted. It's the bad hombres. That's a solid fact. Mike Tyson won. It's not true. Hoping and sneaking. It was a total Jake Paul victory. All right. I'm going to call it a day. I might be doing some gaming streams later. Hope you enjoy the political analysis of why the hombres flipped towards Donald Trump. Hope to see you guys next time. I might stream again in about an hour or two. Probably 2 hours from now. I'll stream at 6 o'clock. So 2 hours from now, I'm doing an epic gaming stream. There you go. Have a great afternoon, and as always, stay blessed, not stressed. See you soon, good sirs. See you soon.